LED face masks are everywhere now. What makes the new Currentbody Series 2 different? More LEDs, a chin strap, and a deep infrared light all sound impressive, but do they really translate into better results? In today's review, we'll break down what changed compared to the Series 1, what stayed the same, and whether it's actually worth the upgrade. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Anne, a medical doctor here to teach you how to best take care of your skin and general well-being. The basic claims in this mask are not different to any other LED mask: to boost collagen production, reduce wrinkles, and plump the skin. For the Series 2 mask, they also promise that iconic instant glow in just 10 minutes, a better fit with better nose and lip coverage, extra coverage through the added chin strap, and an additional wavelength, deep near-infrared, that we will look at in a little more detail later. With all that talk of improvement though, it is important to understand that when comparing the effects of Series 2 to Series 1 or any other well-made LED face mask, you will most likely not notice a dramatic difference. The core technology, wavelengths and irradiance, remain largely unchanged, meaning we are looking at improvements in an already good product, not at completely reinventing the wheel. The added extras come with a higher price point. One mask complete with charger eye inserts and storage bag costs €480. Series 1 with a similar package for comparison is available for €360, making it a more budget-friendly option if you're not set on the latest update. The LED face and neck kit featuring the Series 2 mask with an additional neck and chest mask is available for €815. The first thing you'll notice when you take the mask out of the box is that it isn't flat, but shaped to fit a face. It is still flexible. I know there are hard-shelled masks out there, so you can adapt it with the straps to fit as snug as possible. While Series 1 only had 2 straps that closed behind the head, Series 2 has an additional strap going over the top of the head to keep everything in place even when you walk around. The controller comes with a clip, which is handy when you want to walk around with the mask, something I rarely did. I will explain why in a bit. Using the mask is no different to using any other LED mask. You cleanse your skin, put it on, and let it do its magic for the recommended time. Here that is 10 minutes 3 to 5 times a week. A word of caution: more is not better. I know the temptation to double the sessions when you're excited about your results, but sticking to the recommended 3 to 5 times a week is plenty. Overuse won't necessarily boost your collagen faster, but it could risk irritating your skin. There are certain products that can be used with LED therapy to increase the results, often products in the antioxidant spectrum, but I personally prefer using it on clean skin. That is personal preference, however. Just make sure that you are not wearing sunscreen or makeup, as that could impact light penetration, and that the products that you apply don't react with light like some essential oils could do. In this mask, just like in the previous version, there's only the option for on and off. You can't choose between different wavelengths or treatment durations or intensity. You only get one setting. As the 3 wavelengths complement each other, I think that is actually a good thing, as it makes it less complicated in application, meaning you are more likely to use the device you spend so much money on. Once you're done, you wipe the mask down with a damp cloth and continue with your regular skincare routine. With using it 5 times a week, one charge lasted around 3 weeks for me. Sadly, there is no indicator of charge left and no timer counting down, so sometimes when I was nearing the end of a charging period and the mask turned off, I was left wondering, was that 10 minutes already? It felt a little shorter. Does that mean charge is already too low? The solution: I charge it about every other week, so no more guessing. Let's take a quick look at the stats now. Number of LEDs, wavelengths used, and irradiance. The things you should always take into consideration before buying an LED device. This mask has 236 LEDs that are, according to the brand, distributed in a way that ensures even coverage on the face. This is 104 more than the original one has. 16 out of these are for the deep near-infrared light, placed 3 underneath the eyes, and 5 around each side of the mouth. The rest is either on the newly added chin strap or in places where coverage could have been improved. Despite having more LEDs, the irradiance still stays the same, with 30 milliwatts per centimeter square. Ideally, that should be between 40 and 150 milliwatts per centimeter square, but you don't get more than 50 in at-home devices, as going above increases the risk for side effects. And even ones with more than 30 milliwatts per centimeter square are rare to find. Hand in hand with irradiance goes the treatment duration. Higher irradiance means shorter treatment for the same output, and vice versa. Some masks with a lower irradiance recommend treatment of up to 30 minutes in one setting. I think 10 minutes is a good amount of time to fit into your routine. Anything longer would probably not work as well. Now for the wavelengths used. In every video I have done reviewing LED devices so far, I have gone on and on about the importance of sticking to the recommended wavelengths as close as possible. That was one of the main selling points in the Series 1 for me, as they used 633 nanometers for red and 830 nanometers for near infrared, both of which have shown results for stimulating collagen production, reducing inflammation and pain reduction. The latter probably being less relevant for treating your face. Now mind you, when I say have shown results, I'm not talking about a heap of high quality studies. As it is often the case in skincare, we have small sample sizes, differing strength and regimens that aren't comparable with each other. I have a whole video dedicated on the science behind LED light therapy. I will link if you want to learn more. The new addition is the deep infrared at 1072 nanometers. It claims the same benefits as the other two, but deeper penetration and the potential to be more beneficial for those with more pigmented or thicker skin. To reap the benefits of LED light therapy on a cellular level, you need the energy to get into the deeper layers of the skin. The problem is that whenever the light passes through tissue, it can get absorbed. What it is best absorbed at depends on the wavelengths used. Apparently, near infrared is in parts absorbed by eumelanin, meaning the deeper the skin cone, the less reaches the right depth. Mind you, not all of it is absorbed, just a fraction, but still, the fraction gets higher the more eumelanin there is. If that plays a role in actual day-to-day use, I can't say, as there are, to my knowledge, no studies comparing the effect between different skin colors. 1072 nanometers, on the other hand, is not absorbed by eumelanin, meaning it doesn't matter how deep your skin is, the energy reaches the deeper levels of the tissues. Now, I said before that data on the actual effectiveness of LED light therapy is lacking, and there's even less on deep near infrared, so I can't say if that addition will move the needle. I've used the mask for more than 3 months now and don't really notice changes around the eye and mouth area compared to the other LED masks I have used over the last 3 years, but even if I did, that would be a sample size of 1 and wouldn't really answer any questions. Also new is the VeriTrace card you get with every mask, where you can see the individual testing results your mask had during the manufacturing process. Great if you're curious, but also great as it is featuring graphs showing the spectrum of light emitted by the LEDs. That spectrum is quite narrow, which is a good thing. Again, you want it to be as close to the one recommended wavelength as possible. According to Currentbody, the new LEDs have an even narrower spectrum than the ones in the previous mask. Now, how do Series 1 and Series 2 compare overall? First of all, the shape is different. Where Series 1 was flat, Series 2 is formed more like a face, promising a better fit around the edges, but also making it harder to use on the chest, something I regularly did with my old mask. Despite the improved fit, I still get some pressure on the bridge of my nose, a problem I have with almost all LED masks. Not that much that it is uncomfortable, but still it leaves a red mark right on top. Series 2 also has a chin strap that goes underneath the chin for better coverage of the jaw area, something I really appreciate. My main concern is loss of firmness in jaws, so a good coverage there is important to me. If you get hormonal breakouts around the chin and jaw, you might benefit from the reduced inflammation as well. The last change in shape they make is that the mouth opening is smaller in Series 2 than it was in Series 1. That ensures a better coverage around the lips, an area where signs of aging in the form of lines show up early, but also means you can't snack as well as you could with the old one. 10 minutes without snacking surely isn't a big deal, you say? You are mostly right, but when that late night sugar craving kicks in, 10 minutes can feel like an eternity. You have been warned. I already mentioned the change in number of LEDs and the additional wavelengths used, which is obviously an important factor. They also offer eye inserts now. The old version came with goggles that are very uncomfortable. You don't need eye protection if you aren't using blue light, so these are just for your convenience and to make it easier to see while wearing the mask. Now, either they don't fit my eye shape very well, or the mask is just a lot brighter than the old one, because even with the eye inserts, I have difficulties watching TV when the mask is turned on, let alone walk around and clean up the room as some people apparently do. Now, I much rather stay horizontal when doing my LED treatment anyway, but if for whatever reason I had to get up and walk around, the new clip-on function of the controller means that I can do that hands-free, even if I'm wearing something without pockets. Very helpful when you sit upright is the new multi-way strap. Instead of having just one that fits behind the back, there's an additional one that you can adjust yourself to go over the head, which is great for keeping the mask in place and for ensuring a snug fit around the jawline. Out of all these changes, 2 of them address the minor complaints I had with Series 1. coverage of the chin area and strap to go on top of the head in case you were wondering. So for me, the Series 2 is the better one out of the two. Would I have bought a new Series 2 one if I still had a fully functioning Series 1 at home, which I have 3 years and still going strong? Probably not, as it is quite an investment and the difference in results to expect is minimal. But if I was looking for a mask to buy and had to decide between these two, I would go for the newer model. But no matter which one you choose and use, be patient. Seeing the subtle results it might give you will take time. If you're hoping for overnight miracles, LED therapy in general might disappoint you. Like exercise or healthy eating, it's the consistency over weeks and months that makes the difference, not a single session. And if you enjoyed this video, you will most likely enjoy the ones linked on the screen here. Don't forget to check out the description box for everything else I have to offer, and like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video.